The need that we see for a lot of the youth with disabilities in Arkansas is the problem with transitioning from services provided through K through 12 and that transition to adult services. And that's the need that we're specifically addressing. So many of these students who receive very good services K through 12 fall off a cliff when transitioning to adult services. It's not that the infrastructures aren't there, it's not that the services aren't available, there's just not a facilitated way to help them make that transition.
We know that when students have work experiences in high school that they have better outcomes when they graduate from high school and are more likely to be employed.
We have areas in our state that are very rural and underserved communities, and they don't have the means or the ability to provide these experiences for their students. And in coming on and working in collaboration with STAR, we're going to help support those schools so that they can create those opportunities for our students with disabilities.
STAR, so Seamless Transition for Arkansas, leverages our relationships, the really great work happening across the state related to transition and making sure that youth with disabilities have what they need to live the adult lives that they want.
This was a grant that was applied for in conjunction with the Arkansas Department of Education, University of Arkansas, and the Center for Independent Living Services to promote transition activities, building it from the community through the school in areas that are underserved across the state of Arkansas.
When that money was identified as an opportunity, then it was pulling together those people across the state to then identify, how do we do this? How do we make this happen in an effective way?
Our work experience is very important to our youth, our young adults. Getting them into the workforce, making them assuring that they will have job readiness skills.
I was in class and a teacher came to me and she came to me and said, "Would you like a job, summer job?" I said, "Sure." That's when I got that job that Monday, and that's when I started working from there.
I know at this time, our district, we're gonna have to look at possibly providing assistants, paraprofessionals, or aides to go with students to work outside of the school, to be able to say, okay, these are like, if we're gonna stock the shelves and this is what this job is going to be, how can we train that student to do that in the classroom? And then they'll be able to transition and do that outside of the classroom.
High school diploma, we know now, is not as weighted as it was 20, 30 years ago. So if they have these skills that they would learn, being able to go out and work at a grocery store, work at a hardware store, or just do work around the campus, they'll understand the value of hard work.
Our future aspirations for our partnership with STAR is going to be, of course, the financial additive to be able to increase our supplies and reach as many students as possible.
I am hoping that our collaboration will allow many more students to be a part of the program. We have limited space and limited resources, so by partnering with STAR, we feel that that will help increase those things.
Biggest thing we've run into is the red tape, the legal aspects of getting kids off campus and employment. With STAR, we'll have some additional funding to help support that as far as fiscally, and we'll also have Arkansas Rehab Services helping us with the labor laws and all the liabilities of having our kids out in the community. It'll just make our businesses feel more comfortable with allowing those kids out in their present.
Our school's pre-employment transition offerings is the Happy Goat store. We allow students at the age of 16 that are special ed and 504 to start work in the program. We have a store that we make shirts, we sell water, we make hats, we make jewelry, and do a bunch of different stuff.
I like my job because I get paid.
Are you saving that? What are you saving it up for?
For a car or something.
My name is Keenan Wright. I'm a janitor at the elementary school. My job in high school prepared me to do stuff that I didn't know how to do.
The guy that you have out there now is Keenan, and from where he started at in our store, and to be able to move over into our maintenance department has been tremendous.
I like the money because I just bought a new truck and then I bought my mom a new car, so I didn't think I was gonna be able to get a job so quick and so easy right after I graduated high school, because some kids don't normally get that option, and I got it just like that.
The most important thing is that the people at the job are the most important thing, because the teachers also care for you on a deep level in this job. They help you out for your future and current self, so I think that's a big part of the job.
Career councils are a representative group of community members that are focused on addressing the pressing needs of youth with disabilities and their families as they engage in the transition to adulthood.
So I'm super excited about this kickoff event, the services that we're going to be able to bring to this area, and the impact that we're going to have on the community.
I'm here tonight. I received an invitation from Mr. Carlock, and Pine Bluff School District is a very close partner with the court. And so I wanted to find out how we could better partner with the Pine Bluff School District on being an asset to our students.
Regardless of a student's circumstance, they all deserve access to high quality education, and that's what we're here for.
I'm part of a grand opportunity for our special needs students to not only be exposed to different jobs in the community, but to also build relationships, give them opportunities outside of school.
So being able to partner with them and be able to show them what is available and what they can do is what excites us, to be able to make sure all of our students make it to the next level.
Community is important to all of us. It's no different for students with disabilities. We all need our community in one way or another. We need transportation, we need services.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to educate our community on how these students that have a disability can still work. And most of those students, when they start to get the work experience, especially in high school, they feel comfortable and knowing how to do some of the activities or some of the work.
If we just focus on the student exclusively and build their knowledge and skills, and then they transition into their community, but the community doesn't have the supports in place and isn't ready to support them, then that's not going to happen. The alignment isn't there.
I think with STAR coming here and we sit down and talk with them, it opened up our minds to what all the jobs that are available, or even that might not have thought about it, but wow, they can do this, they can do that, and it's all in helping them to survive after school.
It helps people give a sense of belonging in their community and supports their employment ambitions and goals.
It just gives the community one more thing to look forward to, like we're producing students to go out and work in the workforce, which is generating more dollars and stuff into the community to grow it. And so that's ultimately what we want to do, is to grow our community.
Some of our school districts in the ruralest of communities are finding ways to put our students out into the community to work. We go into some schools that don't even have a stoplight, and we are able to figure out different places that they could work outside of the school.
They need someone to kind of show them the ropes, help them find out about resources that are out there that can help them get from where they are in high school to where they're trying to be, working as an independent, self-sufficient person.
We just need more jobs for our young students, more resources, that, maybe we don't know, or that's directed towards our young people.
What do you want to do when you're out of high school?
Do work.
The type of person that Roderick is, a love and caring type of child. He loves to be a part, he loves to help. So I'm sure that he will be in a position in that sort of type of job that he likes. Now, he's mentioned several times that Chick-fil-A is on his list, so we'll see.
We always put down first, their first choice. We don't want to squash any of their dreams. I wouldn't want to do that with my son. But also, let's find some things to fall back on. In case this doesn't work out, let's find some other things.
My name is Dominic Luis Dowd, and I go to school at Marble Elaine High School. We help the school with fixing things, and if it's broken, we try to help around, deliver, sell things and all that. And it's teaching us how to do things whenever we get outside in the real life. We know what to do and how to do it.
I know he's helped put together different shelves or different things, each teacher may need.
and to carry whatever packages or mail or paperwork, whatever, to different teachers.
A student who has benefited from the pre-employment services here at Pine Bluff High School is Zion James. He has been very successful in actually securing his own position here at Pine Bluff High School.
Last year, I was working at the garden, planting carrots, squash, keeping the garden clean, cutting the grass at the garden, and making sure all vegetables and plants got water, and that there were no weeds in the garden, and redoing the soil. I like that after you see something that doesn't look good, and after you work on it, it comes out looking better than what it did. I love the transformation of it. I love how everything looks after you get done, or the green color of the grass.
I'm Sheila Harrington. I'm in the 12th grade. When I graduate, I will be going into the Army. In the military, I would like to train dogs. I like dogs because they know how to pretty much understand commands, and a lot of them they know how to behave,
I enjoy seeing these students be successful. Everything that I put into it, with working with the schools and the parents and different people in the community, once I can see that student 5 years down the road, I can say, well, hey, it was worth it.
I love children. That's why I'm in this position. I'm a fixer, per se. So I like to fix things. When kids having struggles, if they're having difficulties in their home life, if they're having difficulties within themselves, with academics. I just feel like that I was led to do this.
It's the light bulb effect. When I'm teaching something or I'm explaining something and they're just not getting it, and they're not getting it, and they're not getting it, and I've explained it 10 times, but it's that 11th time that the light bulb goes off, and you see you see it in their eyes, and it's just the best feeling. Finally, they've got it. I'm here for my students to do whatever is needed.
So Project ECHO is a model that's been used across medical systems and education to create ways for professional development for professionals, but also for families and others to come together and to learn together in a way that is very structured, that creates opportunities for people to learn new ideas, but also have a place to get together, especially across geographic areas where we would be hard to get together otherwise, and take advantage of virtual platforms to learn from each other, to be resources for each other, to make sure that there's a place that we're coming back to. So through STAR, we'll be able to pull together, for example, resources that are currently across websites that are at the national level, at the state level, so that families and youth have a repository for those resources. I'm also hoping that through STAR, we really have a net that provides professional development to teachers, to VR counselors, to others in the community.
And so the goal is to provide resources and facilitation to set up a dynamic network and framework so that transition is something that's facilitated by service providers, by schools, by the community itself, so that when the grant ends in another 4 years, it'll keep going well beyond the life of this grant.
It's been amazing to see the level of commitment and engagement that the communities have in wanting the people within their community to be successful.